Okay, so I did my research paper on video production in classrooms to increase student engagement, and I chose this topic after discussing it in class a little bit about how video production can be effective in class, and after reading the book I thought it was a really interesting topic, so that's why I wanted to discuss it. The first thing we need to discuss is the importance of it, and which means that we need to provide the scope. And the scope I wanted to discuss was dropouts. And researchers have found that levels of student engagement and self-determined motivation were the most accurate indicators of student withdrawal. And engagement can improve how a student feels about learning. So what is student engagement? Well, student engagement is defined as a student's involvement and commitment to school. Studies have shown that the least engaged students are 5 times more likely to drop out than the students who are most engaged. Increasing classroom engagement has been examined as a way to reduce the dislike for school and therefore can reduce student withdrawal. And one way researchers are increasing or looking at increasing student engagement is through the use of mixed media, which can include student-created video projects. In some schools, as many as 60% of high school students report feeling disengaged in the classroom, and so to improve engagement, studies have analyzed the impact of incorporating technology in instruction known as mixed media instruction. Mixed media instruction involves the classroom use of different types or using multiple media types, such as maybe a simple PowerPoint presentation or doing more complex things such as using student-created video projects. The Center for Evaluation Education Policy in 2010 analyzed high school student engagement and found that 81% of respondents felt that a lack of engaging materials led to boredom, and 44% said that teacher lecture was the least engaging method of instruction. And the mixed media types had higher engagement percentages, which were things like discussion and debate, projects, presentations, and technology involvement. And here is the graph from that report, and you can see that on the side over here, teacher lecture is blue, which is that people don't like it at all, whereas discussion and debate was some, and purple was very much. And you go over here to group projects, a lot of people liked group projects. Technology, a lot of people like technology, but you can see that teacher lecture was the lowest, and only about 5 or 6% liked it very much. Past research has demonstrated that video presentation in school has a number of benefits, including multiple sensory inputs, creation of focus for student attention, and promotion of skills that go beyond writing competencies. This use of student-created video in the classroom incorporates skills many students already possess. For example, most social media sites, including Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Vine, and Snapchat, transform cell phones into platforms that shoot, edit, and share videos. So while many of these videos on Snapchat and Vine are used for entertainment purposes, it shows that students want to move from being consumers of media to being producers of digital video content. So I wanted to give a specific example of how they have been used effectively, or video creation has been used effectively in the classroom, which is an article called Lights, Camera, Action, Learning About Management with Student-Produced Video Assignments, which was an article by Schultz and Quinn. And what they did is they made a newsroom assignment. And in this assignment, students worked in groups, and they identified, researched, and wrote and produced a news story about management skills, which is similar to the way a television journalist would create a news package. So what these students had to do is they had to first identify a topic, which could be extremely complex, like an investigative expose, to debating hot topics or current events, and then gather the required footage, interviews, and commentaries necessary to tell their story. And the researchers, or Schultz and Quinn, found that the students were effectively engaged in this learning process because they analyzed realistic managerial and organizational situations and crafted a video that communicated their ideas effectively to other people. And so I have for you another example, which is a video that I edited together from a larger video about a school in California who has multiple video production classes. And so you hear from the teacher why he loves it, and then you hear from students why they love doing video production in class.
The look on a kid's face to realize that 3 or 4 weeks ago They had nothing but an idea. And now they've impacted kids emotionally. They've literally had an emotional experience watching their film. I love that kids have the opportunity to get that from a classroom like this. I teach 3 different classes. The Intro to Video class is where kids work on projects that are cross-curricular. They learn how to shoot, they learn how to edit, they also learn how to research, they learn how to write. It's a wonderful introductory class to the rest of the program. And then I teach an advanced video production class. And that class is where kids really get into video production. That's the class where they work outside of the class. They work with other companies that maybe hire us to produce things. I try very hard in here to create a real world working space. The first day you're in here, I tell you about the equipment that's been bought by the kids that came before you. The work the kids did before you got here bought that camera. They bought that computer. Play that back.
This class has like completely changed what I do in any other of my classes, because I looked at other classes as I need to get through here just to get out. Now I'll take math and I'll see all the ways I can use it for my advantage. In every classroom I'm trying to now take and see how I can use it for me, how can I better myself, how can I take this and apply it to the real world. And I'm looking at every class like that now, thanks to video.
I want kids to realize that with these tools and with these skills, you can change the world that you live in.
One of the largest things we have to look at is challenges for teachers and for schools. And the 2 that I could think that were perhaps the biggest challenges were equipment costs and teacher training and expertise. While most students have cell phones that can access a computer with Windows, Movie Maker, or iMovie, a teacher can't assume that each student has equal access to that equipment, so it may be necessary for the school to provide access to needed cameras and computers, which can be very expensive. Additionally, teachers may not have adequate understanding of how to teach or assist in the technical aspect of video creation, and so the school may lack the funds for additional training, so cost for training and cost for equipment. So in conclusion, while the classroom incorporation of student videos may encounter some challenges, mixed media projects such as video creation can offer an effective way to increase student engagement, which in turn may then positively impact student retention and graduation rates. So that ends my presentation, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.